Welcome back to the stream. Tonight we're going to cover Romero's Aftermath. This game is in early access. Today is the 12th of May, 2:15. Um, this is version, I believe, 0.9.0. Now, this game is uh, different than a lot of games that I play. I tend to play MOBAs. I tend to play adventure games. I tend to play sandbox games. Um, I'm not really into the DayZ kind of survival zombie game that this is one of. There's a couple of these games already out there in the marketplace that are fairly successful. DayZ being probably the top dog in this group. This game started as War Z, and that game had a lot of issues, and it kind of got rebooted into Infestation Survivor Stories. And that game also had a lot of issues and got a lot of bad press. So the team that was developing this basically switched developers and renamed it something else. So now it's Romero's Aftermath. Um, Now, if you are a zombie person, I'm a zombie person, love zombie movies, loves everything about zombies. When someone says Romero, you're like, yeah, obviously, this is George A. Romero. He's like the grandfather of the zombie movies. He's like the director of The Night of the Living Dead. You know, classic zombie things. So if this guy's involved, this is gonna be a great game. If you're a shooter gamer and you hear Romero, you may be thinking, is this John Romero, the guy that did Doom, co-creator of the original Doom? Um, and then you'd be excited about this game too. Unfortunately, neither of those are true. The previous being closest because they've got George Romero, but it's George Cameron Romero, who is George A. Romero's son, that's involved with this game. They're now with a different developer, and they're called Free Reign East is the new developer that's working with this game. Um, I don't really see a whole lot of his influence. Then again, I don't know who George Cameron Romero is, so maybe I do see a lot of his influence. I just don't know it because I don't know him or anything that he's been involved with other than what his father has done. It's kind of like if I took a pencil and wrote a cartoon on a flip book and gave it to my friend Leonard Disney and called it a Disney animation. Technically, yes, it'd be a Disney animation, but not Walt Disney. So by using the Romero name on this game, it's a little bit deceiving at this point, other than the fact that, yes, there are zombies. But we'll get into that. Right off the bat, I'm kind of leery about this. Having said that, I've never played DayZ. This kind of game doesn't really appeal to me too much. From what I've seen on other people's streams, you know, the DayZ stuff, it's all very the PvP aspect. I'm not that interested in, because you start with very little, and to me, a zombie survival story and game should be about killing zombies and being on the human side against the zombies. But a lot of people that play DayZ, they'll team up with friends and they'll just kill other players, kind of ignoring the zombies like zombies are wildlife. When they start making a game that's more about people against zombies, then I'll probably be more interested in the genre. So that's where I'm coming from to start. So that's how I'm going to be judging this game. So you know where I'm coming from. Coming from the outside, looking at a game like this. So let's start. We're going to the novice servers are PVE servers, so they're not PvP. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, and it gives you a bunch of different server regions and server options to scroll through. So I've got less than 15 hours of gameplay. So this is me. I've opened this up once and tooled around a little bit the other day just to get a little feel of the game. So let's join in. Now there's two different modes. There's survival mode and there's last man standing mode, which I believe is basically they start a server and the last person who's alive on that server wins. Probably there's like no join-ins, or I don't know exactly how it starts. Like if it's a queue up and everyone starts at the same time, and then it's kind of like a battle royale. I don't know how big the maps are for that game mode. I'm guessing they're probably not as large as this mode. The map is pretty large, but maybe I'll get into that on another video if I decide to go over there and take a peek at that. Now, one thing that I've noticed between this game and DayZ, the animations for the zombies aren't great. From what I've seen, the AI is about the same between them, which is some of the reviewers that I've seen for this game have said that it's a whole lot like I.S.S. They really haven't changed a whole lot between the two games, other than the name. There's a lot of the same artwork, a lot of the same stuff, which they admitted to. They said they were going to take some of the best parts of I.S.S. and try to change some of the other things, such as the crafting and such. Alright, so this has dropped me back into my character that I had started with before. So, hitting I brings up your inventory. This is a bunch of stuff that I've looted previously. So you can scroll your wheel between stuff that's usable. Shift button lets you run. So I've picked up a compass, so you can see in the top right hand corner there's a compass there. And like all these rocks and stuff are harvestable, but I don't have a harvest axe to actually use that to gain those types of resources. So let's look at the map and see where we're at. So as you can see, the map's pretty big. This is where I am, which is right here. These are little like RVs or huts that will have loot or may have loot at them and are likely guarded by a couple zombies. Down here are safe zones, and then I think these are player-made bases. So we'll check some stuff out here. Maybe we'll hit a couple of these bases and head out over towards here. We're gonna go south. So you can see out there, that's the little camp. And you can see a zombie out there chilling out. A couple of them. There's no one out there. In this game, another one. There's about 3 or 4 zombies. Maybe one on the other side, chilling out around this this fort, this tent. Headshots count in this game, especially for zombies. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, for a zombie game, headshots should count. And you could hear them from quite a ways away. Kind of dumb. Not gonna. Oh, here it comes. So, headshots do count. So if you hit him in the head, usually with this knife, like 3 shots in the head will kill them. 4. And the ragdoll physics are kind of Sometimes they'll drop something, most times. Then again, they're freaking zombies, so they shouldn't have much on them, right? Let's go pop this other guy that we saw over here. There's 2 of them. Out here, they don't gang up on you too much. Oh, he hit me. An effort shot. Get up. On the right hand side of your screen, it'll show you loot that you gain, loot that you lose. And you saw that he had hit me. The bottom left hand corner, you can see the UI for the status indicator. The red body in the middle is your health. The white bar on the left-hand side is your food level, your hunger, I should say. And the right-hand white bar is your thirst level. That's pretty cleared out here. So let's use my bandages. I've got them in my hotkey 3. So as you can see, my health goes up a little bit. And there's a cooldown for the item. And go up. My health goes, or my hunger went down a little bit. So you can pick up, different backpacks, which that graphic for that item is really stretched out in like the wrong resolution. Look at that thing; it's like skinny. It looks like a giant cactus, but it should be down there. And that's a rookie pack. I've actually got a better backpack that has more slots in it, so I'm gonna just leave that there. Muffles chips to avoid the copyright of Ruffles, I'm assuming. Inside here, there's another rookie pack with a bad graphic. This is a weird thing in this game. They don't do reflections very well, but they try. So you can see, like, this is supposed to be like a reflection, like a mirror for that shower, and you can see right through the trailer, which is one. Yeah, let's see what's in here. No space. All right, so I'm gonna try to clear out some space here. Dirty water, smoke grenade. I don't really need a smoke grenade. Drop that. Empty water bottle. Now, break into basically deconstructs things into the base property that it is. So when I do this, it's going to turn that into a plastic. It'll say on the left-hand side there, removed empty bottle, got plastic. It'd be nice if that showed up on this screen so that you could tell what was going on. Otherwise, it stacks up all those updates later. Then when you go back to that screen, you get like a long trail of up and downs. Looted this and did that kind of thing. Let's see if I can open up now. Looted a sandbag. Wait. Antibiotics. Right? A smoke grenade. Homebrew penicillin. See that before. So like harvest, like I said, I don't have the harvesting axe, nor do I have the materials to make one yet. So that'll just stay right where it is for now. Yeah. And their attack range is strange. Sometimes it's normal, other times it's extremely long range. So I don't understand that either. Let's drink some clean water here. Put that in my bar. 5. Drink some water and get my water meter back up. Now, that icon down by my health, I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming that means I'm infected. So we'll just we'll try some antibiotics or cure. Let's go with a cure. Let's see what that does. Does that cure me? Healed me. So I have the exclamation point, which I don't know what it means, and I don't know how to get a precursor to go over there and grab that. So yeah, this game is tricky. frustrating. And I'm a person who likes frustrating games. I like Dark Souls. This game it leaves a whole lot to the imagination, a whole lot to discover for your own, and there's not a whole lot of information out on the web right now as far as instructional things go that I've been able to find. But again, like I said before, I'm not big into this genre, so some of these things may be normal or maybe second nature to players that play these types of games. You can go to third-person mode as well, which is not bad, and animation's pretty good. Yeah, let's go over and check out this next campsite. When I get over there and clear it out, I will show you some of the crafting. What little crafting I know. You start with some basic recipes, and then you pick up other recipes as you go. I think I may have found a recipe somewhere to craft some bullets. Helps me a lot considering I have no gun at this point. Where I am. Okay, I'm still headed straight. Thankfully, there is a auto run, a num lock, by default, because there's a whole lot of walking around in this game, as there are in most of these survival games. But this is an example of why I don't play these games very often, because it's a whole lot of running simulator. That they've made these maps so big, with a whole lot of nothing in between. Now this may be different if you're in a PvP server where you be trying to stay down or hiding in cover as you go. But in a PvE mode, not a whole lot of things to do. Aside from making sure you're running towards where you're going. Alright. So there's our next place. Another trailer. And some of these places are, houses or little huts or small farms. There's a player. A player! Which means I better get over there because he's gonna take everything. Now, just because it's PvE doesn't mean you can't die to another player in this game. You can fashion traps due to this place. With mushroom. Base. You can fashion traps and drop them at people's feet and blow them up, which is a wonderful dick move. He's running over there anyway. Maybe I should go north. Yeah, there's not a ton of things to do aside from runs from place to place. I guess there's a way to build your base. When you gather enough resources, you can find or build a flag to put down your home base, which is supposedly one of the innovations that this game has, where you can put down a sleeping bag at a friend's fort or base. You can respawn at your own base or respawn at certain other places. Like here's a flag. As opposed to DayZ, apparently, where you just respawn at random places. So this gives you more of a safe zone to go back to. You can see this is all outlined is a kind of base that would be built if you had the resources. Stay in here at your own risk. You will not like the results, it says. I guess that's a... I had no idea. Apparently you can reclaim it if that was yours, but it gives you the option to do it even though it's not yours. So you can use resources to build these different parts of these bases. I guess this is, you know, maybe one of the draws to this game at this point, the PvE, is to try to build up your base by going out and harvesting resources, a la Minecraft or EverQuest Next. But again, I don't have a harvesting axe yet, so I can't even do that. So moving on, we have floating sandbags here. Beautiful. Lots of floating sandbags. It's a floating bunker. Not the most efficient. Defense? Didn't say. Oh, and there's a floating house over there too. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, like I said, this game is an alpha. Pre-release. Because of things like this. Now I'm assuming, since this is a PvE server, that everyone's going to be on the same team. At least I'd like to think that. I don't see a reason to have separate teams if you're on a PvE server. Let's go over to see if we can clear out this next camp over here, and then we'll go down and check out that Bamsberg, whatever it is called. Getting a little crunchy here as far as my frame rate goes. I've got pretty much everything cranked up high as it can go. I'm only playing on a NVIDIA 960. I'm not top of the line stuff, but not playing on a toaster either. And a lot of the models, the grass models, they're not bad. Helps them that they decided to go with a desert setting, so that they don't have to have too many models together. Hopefully I find a axe, crafting axe or harvesting axe, or a recipe to make one. A flashlight. Empty water bottle. Break it down. Baking soda, wonderful. Purification tablets. Drop that into some dirty water. Purify. Yeah, that's how you did that. Wonderful. Oh, this is a plan for sandbags. Learn that recipe, that opens up another slot. So I picked up a couple other weapons. I've got another notched blade, a bat, and some kind of like butcher knife earlier that I dumped because I didn't need it. It's just, it did worse damage than my notched blade. Is nice. Add that to the stack. We got, hey, harvesting axe. Ask and you shall receive. I guess, right? Champa champa. Dirty water. Now the water, dirty water, or Cheetos. Yeah, it's not. There's the wonderful reflection again. Yeah. So now I can actually do some harvesting. Let's hold E and harvest. If you're watching this live, feel free to comment. Yeah, so it knocks it down, and you just pick up wood. You can get wood. Baseball campfire. Let's see. Just that to make some room. So you get 1 stack of wood for pounding on something like this. Okay. It went directly into my inventory. Good. So you can, I'm assuming you can harvest stone as well with this axe, instead of having to find like a special kind of axe, or like a mining axe. See. Harvested stone. Alright, cool. Alright. So let's having had that, let's go into crafting.